What's going on, everyone? I'm here, Dwight Vick, owner and founder of Vicktory Life. I'm here with Coach Mel Morgan, head coach of the Osbourn High School team. Coach, you got a big game this week. Big game against Battlefield. You had a big win last week against Gainesville. How's the team focused, and how's the mindset been going into this game?
We're heading into it. We played Patriot pretty well. One of the best games we put together so far, and even though we lost, we felt like we played well, and we played a very tough team, very tough. And then coming in after that game, getting that big win against Gainesville, again, we did some things that we were trying to do, came from behind, which is a big time, build some character in that, and head into Battlefield as strong. So we're going into Battlefield as strong as we've been, and so hopefully we can shock them a little bit.
Yeah, one thing I noticed about your team, and I've been affiliated and connected with Osbourn High School for a long time, going back to the days when they were playing for state championships.
Right.
This team is very reminiscent of that, in the fact that you guys have a lot of talented young athletes.
We do.
You got Donut, you got Smooth, you got the running backs. I mean, I like this team a lot. I posted the other day, not trolling, but to remind people I was high on this team this summer going into this season.
Right.
How do you get these guys to understand the task in hand and understand the fact that nobody's going to feel sorry for you, and yet it's okay to embrace expectations?
Right. It's tough. One of the great things about us is that we're young. One of the hard parts about us also is that we are young. So
Yes.
Sometimes being put in the situation to be able to succeed has to be on a Friday night as opposed to a practice situation. They're learning through some of these kids, this is their 7th game in high school. Some of these kids, it's their 10th game in high school, whereas some older kids have some adversity, they get to earn their wings on the special team as opposed to a starting defense or offense. So that part of it is tough, and a bright future as well. So there's a lot of cool things about that. On the same token, some of them aren't, they don't have a shell shock of a big team yet, because this is only the second time. Some of these kids is the first time they've played Battlefield.
Yeah.
Right? And so Battlefield being an awesome team, a great regular season team, a powerhouse in the DMV. But that doesn't mean much to them in that regard. So there's nothing to be scared about. I'm not saying that we don't respect their talent and their history. I don't mean it that way, but I do mean it the fact that, hey, look, we're gonna go out there and hit them and play as hard as we possibly can.
So tell me a little bit about your journey to getting to Osbourn and how that whole went about.
I was a long-time assistant coach at Lake Braddock, and then I was at Woodson, and then I was at Oakton, right coming into here. So then I retired from Fairfax County as a teacher, came here to teach and to be an assistant coach here, and then when the situation happened this summer, they asked me to step in. I've had head coaching experience already before, so that's part of the reason why they asked me. And obviously that at that point in time, I was completely fine in my role.
Yeah.
I was fine in the role that I was asked to be, and so a lot of things changed in one weekend.
Yeah, and when you talk about that sudden change, we talk about sudden change on the field with a turnover or a block punt or something like that.
Right.
That was true sudden change. When you and I met that
Huge.
day, the change in the head coaching situation occurred, and then you quickly took over. And to be honest with you, man, you and Copeland and the staff have done a great job. I know it's not the time to pat yourself on the back, but when you talk about the expectations for this program, would you agree sky's the limit, that you guys can eventually become a district champion and make a deep playoff run?
Absolutely, that's obviously the goal. I mean, on the same token, there's definitely no patting myself on the back, right? With Coach Copeland and Coach P, our offensive coordinator, defense coordinator. I mean, Coach Copeland, like I said before, is the hardest working man in football, man.
Facts.
I call him that all the time, right? He's the backbone, and this program would not be where we are without him. This program would not be where we are without the hard work of our offense coordinator, Mike Copeland, and our defense coordinator, Coach P. And I just kind of help piece a couple things together, help do some of the head coaching staff. I mean, when Coach Mike was here and he set up a good program, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And we were able to kind of get the baton on the curve. You feel me? And granted, it was a crazy situation, and granted, we missed Coach Mike and his leadership and a lot of things that were going on. But for taking the next step wasn't as hard as it could have been without those people involved before.
Yeah, absolutely, and I completely agree, man. I know all those guys personally, and I've seen the work they've done.
Sure.
And it's a great situation to be in. You talk about these young guys, today's generation, there's so many distractions with TikTok and social media. They got schoolwork, so many expectations. And then you talk about the fact that this is a big winnable moment for them this week. It's a statement game, not to put the pressure there, but that's the reality of the situation. When you talk about a team that you have right now and the talent they have, how do you keep everybody humble yet hungry? Because everybody, you got a lot of talent from your playmakers, your skill position, your defense. How do you keep everybody locked in? Understand it's a team effort, not an individual effort.
Oh, that's the hardest. I mean, trying to keep the me out of it and the we in it is tough, right? When in today's society, everything is pointing to me. There's a lot of I score a touchdown and I face the crowd, and we're trying to make a big play and turn around and find our teammates. That's what we're trying to get, right?
Yep.
We're going to celebrate with the guy that was with us through the hot summer, and the guy that was with us through the long bus ride home we lost, etc. Right? So we try to embrace that, so that we is in leading. The name on the front is bigger than the name on the back, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Now, granted, young kids and TikTok and the views and how many thumbs they get or how many likes they get breeds life into them. So that's a hard battle. We're salmon swimming upstream when it comes to stuff like that. But hopefully we're teaching these kids every day in a 3-hour window of how to be a successful young man and how to put away the distractions and how football can really help you become a better husband, better man, better father, better, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
I love that. And I love what you guys got going on here. Big game, Battlefield. Is it at Battlefield or is it here at Osbourn?
It's at Battlefield, so we got to travel over there, and they're tough. They're a tough team. They're well coached. They do things right, and I think a lot of times we think about Dave only had one rock, and that's all he needed, right? So we can hopefully we can do something and shock some people and maybe even prove some things to us. If we come out with a win there, and I think that we look at ourselves in the mirror differently, and then the sky's the limit. We can only control what happens at Battlefield and Osbourn Park, and if that means a playoff run for us based on those 2 wins, we'll find out. If it doesn't mean that, based on those 2 wins or whatever happens, I think we're lining ourselves up for the future with these young guys.
Absolutely, man. Well said, Coach, man. Good luck to you this Friday.
Thank you so much.
Keep up the great work with this program.
Appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
I'm here with Offensive Coordinator Osbourn High School, Coach Copeland. Big game this Friday. I just talked to your head coach. You are considered by many, including myself, the hardest working man in the city and Prince William County. You coach basketball. You've been here at Osbourn. You've been in part of a lot of great teams.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about this week. I know it's only Tuesday, but talk a little bit about what you guys have been going through this season and how you've been able to get the guys locked in.
Oh man, well, guys probably know we're not pretty young, but we're young. A lot of these guys, they're from Manassas City. These kids, they've been working their butt off. We've been going through some ups and downs, right? Beginning of the season, we played probably the top teams in our region, from North Stafford and Colgan. I think that helped us out where we at right now because we was able to play them teams. And one game against North Stafford we got our butt whooped, but the other one we played really hard against Colgan. But I think that prepared us, especially Independence. I mean, our district, man, some people say you call it like the SEC because it's like powerhouse, a lot of running the game, and you got offensive linemen, good running backs. But I think it prepared us where we at right now going into this game.
Yeah, listen, you are not shy about your confidence as a coach, but yet you have a humble approach to you.
Yeah.
Let's take a few moments right now and talk a little bit about your offensive, your playmakers, because you got Donut. Talk about your running backs, your receivers, and even your offensive line. This is a time to show some shine to them because I love all the toys. Not to personify them as toys, but they're playmakers. So talk about what you have to work with as a coordinator.
Man, Caleb Smoot, very explosive with the ball in his hand. Yards after contact. Keon, very explosive with the ball.
Yes.
Right? Donut, man, we put in the RPO scheme this year, and he's doing so well of just growing from from where he was as a freshman to now. I mean, I think right now he's over, 1,500 throwing, close to 20 touchdowns, right? We cut down the interceptions from the beginning of the year to now. He's not turning the ball over a lot. He's actually going through his RPO progression from the field into the boundary. Yuji and Reggie Rodriguez, Yuji Porter and Reggie Rodriguez, when I'm talking about we got two dogs in the backfield that can run the ball, but this starts from the up front, the offensive line. I told a lot of people this year this offensive line was going to be the stable of our offense, and we were able to get all them guys back healthy. We lost our center the first game against Cogan, right? And then we lost Wayne Henderson after Potomac. But now we got them all together. It's healthy, man. Everything just working how it's supposed to be, right? Running the ball and to be able to be explosive on the outside vertically, man, I can't ask for more as a coach. And then my guys are young, so they do a lot of the work. I just call the plays, right? It's just fun and enjoying, right? I can do some things and come in here with different types of schemes, and we can just keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, now you do have an explosive offense. I remember a few weeks ago, you guys pushed Patriot to the limit, and Patriots got a very good team, a very good defense.
Man, Sean's a good guy, man. Every time I see him, man, I tell him I kind of look up to him, man, because the past 9 years, man, he's been rolling with the offense that he have and then the kids that he have around him, right? Especially with the new school, right? There's a lot of kids is getting taken away from Gainesville, man. But Sean's a good coach, man. So I watch film on his offense a lot. So we was able to go in there, have a good game plan against them, and we didn't come out successful like we wanted to. But our kids play hard, and they believe.
Yeah, and they definitely should believe. I mean, you're talking about explosive plays and the fact that you guys are young, but you're also very talented. When you talk about being an offensive coordinator, no matter if it's youth football or high school, varsity football, even college and pro, you have a lot of mouths to feed. Yeah. Sometimes it feels like you don't have enough food in the cupboard. So when you talk about making sure everyone understands teamwork and also like if he eats, we all eat. Yeah. How do you get that message across about much being part of the team? Yeah. And I may not get a touch this night, but if my brother gets a touch, it's all good. So how do you do that as an offensive coordinator?
Oh man, I just keep explaining to him there's only one football, right? And I mean, we showed against Gainesville, and Coach K is a good defensive coordinator, right? But that night we ran the ball, right? And there's a lot of other guys that didn't get touches. Right now I got two other freshmen, Elijah Nickerson and Jason Campbell, man, where they doing very well, right? So it's kind of hard, but I think they also just growing into the system, and they understand there's only one football, right? There's going to be some nights that Donut throw for 270 out of the RPO scheme, but it might be some nights we run the ball 20, 30 times, and then we got two running backs that's in 100 yards. So I think they starting to understand, right, simplicity of just doing the little small things and just carrying on every day by knowing that it's us. Right, and it's just not a me thing when it comes to the offense side.
Yeah, and that's important, but that's something a lot of coaches deal with. But right now, to be very transparent, you seem like they have a good handle on that, man. I see everybody celebrating together on the touchdowns. That's a good thing. Again, you talk about the vision for this program. I had the privilege of getting to know you. You coached a few years in my AU organization, VA Legends.
VA Legends.
And we had a very powerful conversation. And one thing that stood out to me then and now is you really care about the kids, and you want this thing here at Osbourn, not just in football, but in all sports, to become not just a great, successful athletic program, but a family atmosphere. Yes. You want these kids to go on and do productive things in their life. Yeah. What motivates you to do that? Because some coaches, they're good men, good women, but they're here today, gone tomorrow. You seem to be married to this school.
Don't say that, but I think just coming from the background with my mother having 6 kids, and then from our family background, everybody plays sports, including my mom. She went to the University of Indiana. She played softball for a year or two, and then she moved back to Fort Wayne. But I think just me going through that process, and my other brother, Austin Copeland, and my brother Jamarcus, right? We all play college ball, and it's 5 boys, 1 girl. So I think just that and seeing what that effect had on me, I want the kids also have that effect, right? Just to get out of Woodbridge or Manassas City, because the world is big, right? Yeah. Football takes you so many places, and I know they playing at Virginia Tech, right? Mm-hmm. You are able to play in front of 100,000, right? And now look where you at. You're doing it so good with the podcast, and I just want kids to see that. You go on, you find what you love in life. If it's doing coaching or you're doing podcasts, right? But it starts from this field and in that classroom, right? And then you can see your life go on and carry out.
Yeah, well said. Last question, Coach. When
Yeah.
you talk about your offense, man, you know, you have some teams that are known as a power offense or, you know, RPOs.
Yeah.
It feels like Osbourn can give you any type of smoke. You guys can go play action. You can get methodical, run the ball. You can spread you guys out and go full wides.
Yeah.
So how would you describe your offense? Is it versatile? What is it? Is it dynamic? Is it explosive? Or it just changes depending on the game plan? Not giving away too many secrets.
Yeah. Well, this. Well, look. Really. I played running back growing up. Played at Garfield High School, and went off to college too. But you know, I always say we want to get vertical in the run game and vertical in the pass game. I want kids to come in this offense and want to play in this offense. So we're very big just getting vertical. So we downhill, but we also like to take shots. So I think, you know, when you spread out guys out wide and you got wide splits and stuff and you can get vertical, which is in the seam, and be able to play one-on-one. Just coaching basketball, right? I love basketball a lot. So I try to treat football like it's basketball. And everybody love playing 5 and out, right?
Yes.
So you play 5 and out. So, you know, you want to attack the paint. And by doing that, right, you got to put everybody out there on the corners and the wings, right?
Yep.
So I just treat that the same way. And I like to run up and down the court with basketball. So we have an up-tempo, a good pace, and it's just like running a motion offense in basketball.
Yeah, there
so
you have it.
I treat basketball on the football field as I take football field into the basketball.
Yep, run it up, man.
Yeah.
Well, look, I love watching you play. I speak for a lot of people, man. It's great to see Osbourn doing great things. You guys have been doing stuff the right way, and I love what you guys got going, man. Good luck to you this Friday. Thank you,
appreciate
Coach.
it.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Good job. Good job. Stay low. Go back down, man.
Elbows in, elbows in, elbows in. Elbows in, elbows in, elbows in.
All right, I'm back here with Keon. Say it again for me. Maestas, athlete, and also Anthony Jackson, aka Donut. Gentlemen, great to have you on. You're my last interview for today, man. You guys have a big matchup with Battlefield on Friday. Obviously, you put yourself in position. If you can win these 2 games, you guys can make a run at the playoffs. But right now, it's all about Battlefield. What's the mindset going into this game?
Just staying prepared, staying focused, and just keeping the main thing, and just not walking in practice and just doing all the right things.
Yeah, and then same for you.
I think just preparation. You know, coming up this week, we got a big game. I think just coming in prepared and just watching film, doing all the small things right, and just, you know, being here together as a team and things like that.
And you play a lot of positions on offense, man. Do you ever get tired, man? I mean, Coach Copeland throws a lot at you guys, and how do you maintain understanding my role on this play and formations and staying locked in?
It all starts in practice, you know, just doing all the things in practice 100% all the time, taking conditioning serious. You know, it all started back in summer, just summer conditioning and doing all those things right. So just doing everything 100% in practice, and it'll translate to the game.
Okay. And Donut, man, you are considered by many, including myself, as a very dynamic quarterback and athlete. And, you know, a lot of times quarterbacks like yourself, they say, well, he's just an athlete playing quarterback. But you've been able to make the right reads, the right throws. You've been able to throw from the pocket as well as get out on the outside. Where do you get that from? Is it something you let the game come to you? Is it something you and Coach Copeland talk about going into the game plan?
First, I just say, like, the ability God gave me. I've been doing it all my life. I feel like just the confidence. Coach Cope gave me the confidence, my O-line, all that. I just feel like I can do it. I got the confidence. I got the ability to do everything on the field.
Yeah, do you like this offense? I was telling Coach Copeland, I've known him a long time, you guys are considered a versatile offense, and it's one of those things, man, where you guys have different formations and different things you guys do. So, you know, what makes it so fun to play in? Is it something you love? You got any input in the game plan?
Yeah, because Cope, he's always like welcome to take my opinion on everything, and I just I feel like walking here, I thank him a lot.
Yeah.
I love his offense.
Yeah. And then with you, I mean, you talk about multiple positions, man, you know, so when you talk about like all the different places you are on the field, do you have any input as well? Do you say, hey, Coach, I got this matchup here on the outside. Hey, tell Donut to look for me. Do you go in the huddle and say, hey, Donut, I got this guy? Is there any of that? I see Donut smiling.
I try not to get in my quarterback saying, you know, let him make his own choices, his own reads. But I always, you know, have some input on the sideline. We have, you know, the TV on the sideline so we can go back and watch film. You know, but, you know, me and Cope, we talk during the week because, you know, he's in the building and stuff. So during my break during class or when I don't have any classes, I go there, talk to Cope about the game plan, who who we should attack that week.
Absolutely. You know, going back to Battlefield, man, what kind of challenges do they present to y'all defensively? What have you been able to see them on film, and what do you know about their defense?
I just really say they got really big D line. They're really a lot of skill players, but I think we can hang with them.
Yeah. Same question for you.
Oh yeah, they're good up front, really good up front, good coaching, very disciplined team. So I feel like we got to come in there, be as disciplined as them, and not making the small mistakes that we make.
Yeah, you know, again, I'm an OG to y'all. Y'all call me Unc or whatever, right? So I played in the 90s, but one thing I loved in high school and college is going on the road. Home is fun. You guys got the LED lights. It gets turned up in here, right? But when you go on the road, you're in a hostile environment. And Battlefield's playing for a lot, too. And you guys are on their radar. What kind of mindset do you have when it comes to going on the road?
Just staying calm, staying poised, just, you know, I feel like we can just do it. I feel like that don't really bother us because we know we can do it and be confident as a team.
No doubt.
Yeah, same thing. I agree with everything he said. Just staying poised, all that stuff like that. And, you know, just away games is what I like. I like going away in front of their crowd, in front of their student section. I like games like that. You know, around this time, football weather, it's getting cold, so you're going to see you really want to keep them pads.
Yeah, that's right. It is getting cold. It is football weather. And, you know, this is an opportunity for you guys, man. Osbourn, I don't know if you guys are young, man, but historically, before they built all the schools in Prince William and Manassas City, even though Manassas City, Osbourn's the only school, this region has always had a lot of great talent and great teams. And Osbourn, for years, was one of the best teams every year. Are you guys familiar with Osbourn's history?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so what do you want to do? Do you want to be part of that new age, that new era that brings it back to Osbourn? So how do y'all do that?
Just stand together as a team, trusting the coaching staff, trusting the players, trusting everything. Everything, like, come together.
Yeah, last question. How do you hold each other accountable? Because I feel like teams that hold each other accountable, leadership, and challenge each other are the teams that win, not just on the field, but off the field. How do y'all hold each other accountable?
Yeah, so like you said, it all starts off the field before that. So it starts all in the school building. You see your teammates in the hallway, you want to make sure they're going to class and make sure, you know, they're doing the right stuff at home, even in the school and stuff like that.
No doubt.
Same thing what he said, just keeping them accountable in the classroom, because the classroom is first thing, keeping them accountable in school, make sure they're going to class, make sure they're not walking on the field, make sure they doing 100% effort and stuff like that.
I love it. Leadership. No walking on the field. That's a big one. I love that one. Good luck to you guys this Friday. There you have it. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm back here with Coach Purnell, also known as Coach P, the defensive coordinator for Osbourn High School football. Coach, big game this week, and you guys have had a great season, man. The defensive coordinator, they say defense wins championships, so not so much about the game plan this week, but what's the mindset going on to this on the road, a matchup against Battlefield?
Be honest with you, the mindset is going to stay the same every week, right? We here to make sure we reading our keys, formation recognition, man, and make sure that what we instill in practice translate into the actual game. I used to think I could control winning, but to be honest with you, all I can do is pretty much prepare our athletes in situations at practice so they can win in a live ball game.
Yeah, and that's a great mindset. When you talk about your scheme, what would you say is your best defensive asset regarding to your personnel? Is it your corners? Is it a collective group? Is your D-line, your backers? What do you think when he talks about Osbourn, when you talk about your personnel, what do you think shines the most on Friday and Saturday nights?
Honestly, I think it's the versatility of the D-line. There's a few times this year you see me go even front, odd front. I'm always demanding certain styles of play from my D-line. They're always adjusting. Our secondary is great. Linebackers, you know, right behind them as far as categories or rankings. But I'll say hands down, man, that D-line, I gotta tip my hat to them, man. They're constantly being adjusted according to what style of offensive team we're playing that week.
Yeah, and when you talk about Battlefield, man, what kind of challenges they present to your defense? I saw them play a few weeks ago against Patriot, and I don't know if it was a wing tee. When you sit in the stands, you can't see as well, and I'm getting older, but they seem to run it right at you, and they want to out-physical you. So, I mean, again, what's your take on Battlefield's offense?
I would say they are well-coached, well-disciplined team. They're going to do their assignment. They're going to be aligned the correct way. And what we have to make sure we do is match them with that and also intensity. Biggest thing for this game is to me, is going to come down to willpower, right? Just like that their style of offense I seen it, you probably seen it growing up. I mean, it's nothing new, but at the same time, if it's ran efficiently and effectively, you know, it works numbers for offensive coaches.
Yeah, you know, you guys have 2 games left in the regular season. This big matchup against Battlefield, and you have OP, one of the oldest rivals in Prince William. Do your defense, just in the team in general, do they understand the assignment? I mean, not to put pressure on them, but do they understand that, hey, man, we got an opportunity versus just another game? I mean, 2 games, you finish 2-0, you put yourself in prime position for the playoffs. I mean, do they understand? How do you get them to understand without being overwhelmed by the moment?
To be honest with you, man, I tell them live in the moment, right? Like, even though right now we talking about a game on Friday, biggest thing is like winning practice today. That's where my focus is at, man. It's like winning today, preparing for tomorrow, and then keeping that thing going. But just let them know, man, enjoy this moment. This ride can be over fast. High school can be over fast. You know as well as I know, like, you know, if we can put that helmet on one more time and play, we would. So I just try to tell the kids, like, man, enjoy your ride, have fun, but realize, man, we just got to win today. So getting through today in this practice and then the next one, and I look forward to Friday. Yeah,
let everybody know, before we came over here and conducted this interview, Coach Morgan was joking about how your brother, who I'm very familiar with, the Virginia Tech legend, Nolan Burchett, had a great career. That's your family. And the word is from Coach is that he was told that you were the best athlete in the family.
I got more versatility, basketball and football, So, Nolan, he was a big football guy, but, I always beat him on that court, him, Quan, everybody, so they know. So, much love to my 804 family, man.
No doubt. Yeah, what'd you play for those that don't know?
So I went to Verona, then Highland Springs, left there, Texas, and then I came back and then finished at Virginia Union University.
Wow, all great schools. I know about Union, and I did not know you played at Verona and Highland Springs, which is crazy because they play in a few. That's one of the best rivalries in the state, even back when I played in the 90s. I mean, I don't know how you did that. That's for a story for another day. And you also hooped as well, right?
Yeah. So I won state championship in 2007. Myself, Brandon Rozelle,
all
of us, that 07 team. So we was the best team. We played under the late, great Coach Lancaster. So he's missed.
Shout out to Coach Lancaster, a GOAT, and just a first-class coach and man. Also, shout out to the 804, man. I tell people all the time, man, the 757 where I'm from always makes the most noise, but the 804 has been doing it, man. Are you bringing some of that 804 mindset to
that grit. Okay. I promote one thing. I'm not gonna say it on camera, but I promote one thing. These kids know. You can go out there and ask them, man. Ask them what I promote.
Yeah. Coach, you talk about your career, as we just touched on. You were blessed and your brother to go on beyond the 804 and see the world, see the country. I know you're a defensive coordinator, but you have valid experience and insight of what it takes to get to the next level. Do you pour that into your players and talk about?
Oh, yeah, all the time. I mean, I'm not going to say the teams, but my number was called, had a good workout, things of that nature, and I got to see the fast pace and the intensity, the amount of hours that you're putting in. So a lot of times the way I structure it with the kid is, letting them know that, hey, I'll use your resources. You got guys on our coaching staff that played at different levels. Myself, finished out in the military. I know what it takes and what it means to work hard and prepare yourself, right? Because that's the biggest thing. Preparation meets opportunity. We all know what that equals, right?
Yeah.
So my biggest thing, man, is sitting down with the kids and mentoring them, right? Because football is a great example of how life works out, right? It's the only sport that mirrors life. So I sit here and say, man, use your resources. I'm here. The rest of the coaching staff is here to help these young men. And that's the biggest thing. Like, what can we do for our young athletes off the field? And in that way, they can perform on the field for us.
Well said, Coach. And I love your energy. I love what you're talking about, man. Good luck to you and your defense and your entire team this Friday at Battlefield High School. Thank you, Coach.
All right, man.
All right, guys, I'm back here with Caleb Smoot and Reggie Rodriguez. Caleb, tell everybody what position you play, because you played like 9 positions. Where do you play?
Wide receiver, defensive back, safety, outside linebacker, wherever I need to be put for my team, try and win.
And Reggie, what you got going on?
I play running back, safety, and outside linebacker. Okay, so we got 2 of the most versatile players on the team. You guys coming off a big win over Gainesville High School. Now you have a big matchup with a Battlefield this Friday on the road. Everyone's talking about how young you guys are, but you seem to be young and hungry, and you don't care about that. Smoot, man, what's your mindset as one of the best playmakers on the team? Is it just one of the things where you guys all got to stay locked in together?
It's really a we thing. Us pushing each other, having the talks in a group chat, telling us that we need to be better and we need to be hungrier. You need to, have more hunger for the game. I think it's really helping us.
Yeah.
It's really a we thing. Like, it's all of us in it.
Absolutely.
We're all putting in the energy, all putting in the work. We want to make it to the playoffs. The odds now might be on our side, but we're going to make it happen.
I love it. Reggie, man, you've been coming on strong this year, man. You're newer to the team, right?
Yeah.
So how's it been coming to this team, man? How have they welcomed you, man? How have you adjusted?
It's been good. It's we've been focused on our goals, doing what we need to do, putting the work in, and just overall just do what we gotta do.
Yeah. When you talk about Reggie, I'll stick with you. You play running back, man, and the offense, man. I was telling Coach Copeland, you guys have a lot of people, a lot of mouths to feed, man. But it seems like no matter who scores, you guys are all happy for each other, man. So do you have the mindset, one of my teammates eat, we all eat? Is that how you feel?
Yeah.
If one of us score, we all score. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I see you saying, yeah, Caleb. what?
So everybody gonna get the rock. Everybody getting it.
Yeah, that's a good thing. When you talk about, your goals, and if you guys go 2-0, you got Battlefield Friday, then you finish the season with a very old and historic rivalry, Osbourn Park. You guys have been rivals for a long, long time. I know it's about Battlefield this week. So do you relish the opportunity? Do you thrive in the fact that you're going to go on the road in front of a hostile crowd and the odds are going to be against you? How do you feel about that?
It was the same way Patriot we all came with energy. Played strong. We had them. Could have had that game too, but I feel like we do the same thing coming in. Odds are in our favor. Get the ball, score, no mistakes, no penalties, we straight.
No doubt.
I think we are the most versatile team out here, no matter what the record says. I feel like we have the potential to be any team.
Definitely.
With the confidence we have.
Definitely. Reggie, like Caleb here, like Smoot, you guys both play both ways. Which side is your funnest? Which one do you prefer?
Defense.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you like defense so much? Really? You like to hit people? Where's that come from? Is that something since you were youngin'? Like, you just like to instill the pain?
Yeah, I just started playing right around my freshman year.
Okay, that's good. What about you, Smoot?
I enjoy both sides,
Yeah.
Wide receiver's cool. I like hitting too. 'Cause,
Yeah.
My dad.
You guys, last question. You guys came into the season with sudden change, with the coaching staff. But, I know a lot of the coaches on this team, they've seen to get you guys to stay focused on the goals and the tasks, man. Just talk a little bit about the coaches and how they helped you guys win and stay focused.
I think they've been doing, they've been improving while we're improving. We're all growing together here, all young, all new to this, so we're all just trying to get everything connected together for us so we can work everything out.
Yeah. What about you, Reg?
Overall, they begin us all better throughout the season, and just what he said, we all grow as a team.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you guys this Friday, man, and keep it going, man. You guys have had a great season so far, but why not keep it going, right? All right, I'll talk to y'all. Thank you.